Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron, we're so grateful you're here with us. Been taking a look on our morning videos at some ancient church history. We're about the year 1050. Let's get started. Marvin Arnold's wonderful book, Apostolic History Outline. Let's look at it, look at some things about Apostolic Church, other Christian bodies in that sense of that term. AD 1050, more than 1,000 towns of Languedoc were in control of Albigenses. Blunt 1519 and Locke's 351. Most of these citizens were oneness. Their Acts 2 principles were dominant there until 1233. Now, some would have been, maybe some would not. Long story there. Most of these Cathari, or pure ones, were Pentecostal tongue speakers, and later were associated with the prophets of the Savenes. And that's a very popular group to study. So some of the prophets of the Savenes may have been apostolic. The Savenes were on the east side of the Albany-Toulouse region. Philip Schaff wrote about the spirit-filled tongue speakers of the Savenes Mountains. Blunt noted that the country controlled by the pious Albigenses was also the country of the Camisards. Blunt, page 19, and we know the Camisards, many of them spoke with tongues. There was tongue speaking among them. And so AD 1100, multitudes rushed headlong out of the Catholic Church, Locke's 352, because travel, publishing, a lot of different factors there. Catholic Church wasn't in control of everything in every place, and so preachers would come, people would rebel, maybe some of their feudal lords would rebel, or maybe not even be Catholic at that time. Simony was rife, according to J.B. Russell. AD 1115, Countess Matilda gave the Vatican great tracts of land, according to Langer, page 219. The vile Crusaders confiscated lands and possessions, including Jewish banks, and gave them to the Vatican. Now, the vile Crusaders, I know there's some. I've been reading one rather popular guy. What was his name? Starts maybe the ST or something, Starks. He's kind of on the side of the Crusaders. I do enjoy reading about it. It's always been fascinating to me. Ivanhoe and the like. There was no such thing as a Holy Catholic Crusade. Their crusades were a Vatican device. Now, ostensibly, it was to make lands in the Holy Land available once again to pilgrims after the Muslims kind of cut that off. That's kind of the basic history. AD 1118, there were two popes at one, Galatia I and Gregory VII. And in 1124 was Honorius I and Celestine I. Pope fought Pope. And you can see this in Langer and Yallop in God's Name. Rome's Catholic Party tried to commit genocide against Byzantine Catholics. Yeah, and sometimes during the Crusades, they bump up against that there, no doubt. AD 1121, the Council of Soissons defended Rome's Trinity theory from the Schoolmen's attack. Sabellianism and monarchianism are associated with many Schoolmen, according to Blunt, page 36. Modalistic monarchianism was strong as ever. I've actually got a note here about Peter Abelard, my handwriting there. AD 1142, Arnold of Brescia actually subdued the Vatican for 20 years. He fought its falsity and apostasy and sought to impose Jerusalemic or apostolic simplicity. Blunt 52, Martyr's Mirror, pages 293, 296. Now, we'll tell you this. Just, you'll read a historian say they wanted to impose apostolic simplicity. It doesn't necessarily mean they were Acts 2:38. It means that they were seeing the system metastasize and morph into something that's not New Testament. Erasmus would make the same observations. That's where Protestantism kind of came from. And it's like, yeah, that's just not biblical. So let's get back to the Bible, Sola Scriptura. AD 1145, Pope Eugene II hung Arnold of Brescia, cremated him, and threw his ashes into the Tiber, there in Rome area. AD 1146, Peter Abelard the monk and Peter Bruus, Petrobrucians, you'll read about them in history, defected Catholicism, declared it to be false. It can believe that they were rebaptized in the name Jesus Christ. Now, we'll tell you, when I found out Abelard was oneness, immediately go get the most popular of his books, probably Penguin Classic or something, Abelard and Heloise, and it just wasn't quite what I thought. AD 1146, Saint Bernard of Clairvaux, France, was a militant Catholic, according to Locke's, page 322. He confiscated the great Clairvaux Valley from the Apostolics and built his monastery. He executed Abelard there. Later, many think Martyr's Mirror, taken from ancient apostolic records. He slaughtered many apostolics. He greatly urged the Second Crusade. Kill, kill for Christ, he screamed. That's the thing. We're always the persecuted party. We're the ones getting killed by the Puritans in Boston Commons. We're the ones getting whipped through the streets. But we're not killing anybody. We're the ones Martin Luther's killing. Calvin's killing. AD 1147, St. Bernard stated 33% of the Catholics went to Protestant Wingelprechten conventicles. That's Verdun 173. They weren't going to Catholic churches. People simply denied Rome's imposed religion. Trinitarianism was called illegal. This is according to Blunt, good historian, 36, Bainton, one of my favorites, 237, George Hunston Williams, which I consider really almost infallible in that area. Obviously not infallible in everything. Page 718, men openly debated against Rome's Trinity. Note, here was another turning point in religious history. And we're going to look at that in just a few moments, maybe next video. Okay, so God bless. Thanks for being here. Join us daily. Share with your friends, family, church family. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.